Our culture confuses fame with greatness. I wonder what made me think that I could come to Hollywood to make my dreams come true. I was born in a developing country, raised by a single immigrant mother in New York City from very humble beginnings. But ever since I can remember, I've always loved to make people laugh, and I love to entertain. Sometimes the rejections get to me. The disappointments are so often. And I just feel like giving up. I look in the mirror and I just want to throw in the towel. And I get this gut-wrenching pain. And I can't decide what is more painful, giving up or die trying. Those people that know me would never believe that behind this hot body, baby, there's a whole bunch of fear, abandonment, and self-confidence issues. And I hear dead people too. For years, I have documented my travels through Hollywood, where they're always looking for Latinos, but they can't seem to find us among the millions, documented and undocumented. Through all these experiences, I have learned that you cannot have unmeasurable success without a great deal of failure. This is my journey, all true, all real, from the heart. And if you have a dream, this is your journey too.
KiKi moved from New York City to Los Angeles to pursue her dreams. And in just 3 short years, she had made her biggest one come true. Or at least she thought she did.
KiKi, it's your lucky day. The network approved our new talk show.
And we want you as our host.
You, KiKi Melendez. This is huge. This is Jay Leno. This is Oprah Winfrey. This is
Ellen.
Ellen. This is like amazing. This is major.
This is national, okay? This is worldwide,
Yes.
baby.
Oh, please.
What?
We mean this. This is really happening, KiKi.
Listen, guys, I don't mean to be rude, but every time I have one of these network meetings, it's the same thing. We're gonna make you a star. We're gonna give you your own show. It's gonna be huge. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, KiKi, what do we have to do to prove it to you?
You know what? Put it in writing.
Okay, go.
Okay, let's do it. There you go.
Okay, great. So what's next?
What's next is that we start the business affairs. So you're gonna have to get us in contact with your lawyer, and well, next week we'll start picking out your furniture and building the set for your pilot.
We got to start right away.
They want your show now.
Yeah, they want it.
Let's do this.
Okay, then. I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Right? Yes. Awesome. This is
Oh my God. Oh my God, I got a network deal. I gotta call somebody. Okay, I'll call my mother. No, esa vieja no va a entender. I'll call my assistant. Wait, I don't have one. I know, my best friend. Nah, that bitch is gonna be jealous. Oh my God, I gotta call somebody. David, hello, David? Oh my God, you're not gonna believe what happened. I got a network deal, yes. This is what it says. Oh!
Well, it's about time she has her own show, don't you think? Hello? Hello, you there? Hello?
me. Give me the letter. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Let me tell you. You tell these idiots, all right, that I'm pulling all of my projects. Yes, and they can shove it up their asses.
Wait, give him this.
Hey!
That's right.
I am so sorry I'm late. I was running through traffic. You have no idea. But I spoke to a whole bunch of celebs, and they're willing to do the pilot. I want to discuss it with you and tell you all about it. What's going on?
We are done with this network. Done.
Why?
We got fired!
Fired!
Oh my God. What? What does this mean?
It's kaput, Kiki. It's over. You know what? Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to move to the South. I'm going to get some peace and quiet, and I'm going to get the hell out of Hollywood.
Tim, you're a New York Jew. You'll die of boredom there.
Oh my God, I'm desperate. I know what to do.
What's gonna happen to me? What's gonna happen to my show? Who's gonna take over my show?
We'll do lunch. But right now we gotta get the hell out of here.
The phones are cut off. You know what that means. They're gonna call security!
They cut us.
No! I will not be humiliated.
What? What happened?
No, that's mine!
Oh my God. Get out of here. What the hell happened to my career? My name is Kiki. Tengo sabor. Quiero que bailes, quiero que goces. I want you all to lose control. It's rice and beans, mi amor, your favorite.
KiKi Melendez, actress, writer, comedian, and one of the few Latina producers in Hollywood. CEO of Latin Hollywood Films, with a track record of successful shows in both the English and Spanish markets. Superwoman has nothing on Kiki. She's also a housewife and the mother of twins.
KiKi Melendez is ballsy.
She's a force of nature to be reckoned with.
Shy para nada.
She's just this ball of energy.
You hear like a little, there's Kiki.
Kiki is like Oprah Winfrey and Roseanne Barr and Brett Butler all mixed in one.
Just when I thought I was free, Kiki drags me back into a stand-up routine.
She's like too much, you know what I'm saying? She has to tone it down.
She's a very unique individual. She doesn't stop. I mean, she keeps on the phone with you until she gets what she wants.
I think we're very similar. We become producers, you know, we become actresses, we become co-hosts.
There goes Kiki trying to get all the attention again. This is my dog, Kiki. She's not named after the Kiki, but, you know, we'll just say that she is for the purpose of this documentary. This Kiki is a lot quieter.
Kiki is such a loyal friend. Let me put it this way. If you have a dead body in the back of your trunk and you need to bury it in the middle of the desert, call Kiki, because she actually knows somebody that has a cousin that actually knows a guy that actually buries bodies in the desert. I actually have his number.
Kiki is like the Japanese. The Japanese have no word for no because they think it's impolite. They just have degrees of yes. When a Japanese person tells you, it's not likely, they mean no. With Kiki, it's not likely means, oh yeah, Tuesday. We're gonna do that Tuesday.
In this town, it's not, do you know KiKi Melendez? No, it's who doesn't know KiKi Melendez? She knows so many people in Hollywood. She should be huge by now. But, you know, as they say, it's not who you know, it's who you
blow. Time for you blow though.
As part of my job being a Hollywood designer, I get to work with some really great people that want to wear my jewelry, my handbags, my clothing, and accessories. It's fantastic to work with all the A-list stars. And then there's Kiki. She wants everything for free.
Come on, Charlie, please.
Give it back.
Come on.
Give it back.
I need it for
Kiki, give it back.
I met Kiki at Mario Lopez's birthday in 2007. She was like, hi, I have an HBO show and it's comedy and I would love for you to host. I think you're amazing, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, who is this woman? Where did she come from? What show am I hosting? Because I'm sure I'm gonna host it. Like, what's going on? Within 30 minutes, I had agreed to do this little spot in Vegas.
I've seen Kiki around at events, you know, and she always had something in production.
You said, I have a script that I'd like to interest you in. I said, sure, you know, send it to me. And then you said, no, I have it right here. And I think it was in your purse. So, I mean, the woman was prepared. I love the script. I read it. And then there was a moment there. And the reason it interested me is because it was out of the realm of the maid and other stereotype roles that I've done. But this lady was, you know, the script was good. And I said, you know what, Kiki, I have an idea. Why don't you send this to Martin Sheen? Little did I know that I did have a friend who drove FedEx. And I said, do you know where Martin Sheen lives? And she said, sure do. I said, órale, mándale esto al Martin Sheen. And there she goes, and she took it to Martin Sheen. And he tells you that he's interested in doing the film. And this fool here, like everything else, we open our mouth before we know what we're doing. She said, I don't know what to do with it. Oh, my God. As we know, the script's still there on the table.
The way I met KiKi Melendez was through Lupe Ontiveros, who introduced us. And we had met, and I did her program. Then, well, she was actually the pilot for her program, KiKi in Hollywood, and ended up helping, and you know, just going on camera. She interviewed me.
You know, I met Kiki. I was producing a show called Latino Logs with Rick Nahera, which ran 9 months at the Improv in Hollywood. And I remember this woman coming in, you know, like a tornado, and she's like, Rick, I have this wonderful actress, this young actress. She's here from Texas. Her name is EVA Longoria, and she's gonna be a star. And you got to put her in your show. And nobody said no to Kiki because it was like, all right, well, okay, I guess she's going to be in the show.
9 a.m. She cleans the house and does the laundry.
Hello? Yes, Latin Hollywood Films?
10 a.m.
Yeah, sure.
Back-to-back
Yes,
business
Kiki,
calls.
how are you? Okay. Yes, just tell me when you want to meet. I have my schedule. I know you can hear them, but they're fine. No. Don't hang up. Oh my God, it only took me a month to get the network on the phone.
We never said she was a perfect mother, but she definitely gives it her best shot.
Who's my Dominican little twin? Who's my Scottish little twin?
11 a.m. Arguments with husband over money.
I just want to get one more project off the ground. I just need a couple of grand to finish it. That's all I'm asking you for, please.
Her husband, who would not sign the release, and so therefore we cannot have him appear on camera, shares his views on life with Kiki.
You know it's really hard to start your own company?
Well, if you want to continue with your company, we can't afford to live here anymore. We're going to have to move somewhere cheaper.
Move from LA? Where would you take me? Where would we move? Where could we possibly move?
Let's move to Texas, where I work.
Texas? Are you serious?
You promised me if we didn't...
I never promised I would move to Texas. There's too many Republicans there.
12 noon, pitch meeting with Cindy Cowan Entertainment to make her feature film.
Who's attached? Just tell me who's attached.
Well, I'm attached.
Yeah, but real stars. I just need an A-list star attached, and then I can help you.
I'm not A-list?
I'm sorry.
Somebody should have told me.
You're not.
I went to a few stars, like big names, A-listers, okay? And when I talked to them, they're like, okay, do you have the money?
For me to get the money, you need the stars.
But I can't get the star without the money.
But I can't give you the money unless you're the star.
2 p.m. Pick up contraband hats for auction items at her nonprofit gala. 4 p.m. Go to her charity, the Joy Foundation, to plan event.
And people are excited that you're going to come because you're the spokesperson for Jewels of Youth, and they're very, very excited.
I really love doing it, so no worries.
5 p.m. Meeting with mentors in comedy for advice.
Who started Black stand-up comedy?
If you're asking me what really put it on the map, Def Jam had people staying at home on Friday nights
waiting to watch black comedy.
See, that's what I want to do for Latinos, you know, Latinos that speak Spanish.
Russell Simmons, the creator of Def Jam, had that same principle with black urban stand-up comedy. It had never been done on that level, and he had to convince HBO this will work, and it was phenomenal.
Whenever no one has done it, they're like, you know how Hollywood is. If no one's done it, no one wants to do it.
I can tell you something all day, but what your eyes see, your heart must believe. I was told that. I think you should just shoot it.
Really?
I think you should get some comedians, put them together.
And prove it, right?
And prove it. You got to prove it.
7 p.m. Meeting with actress-producer Sherry Belafonte for a possible role as an actress in a film.
The project I'm talking about in particular is a Western. And, oh man, it's going to be brilliant. We're
What
shooting.
kind of a Western?
It's a true story about Mary Fields, who was the first black stagecoach driver in the world.
First black?
First black stagecoach driver.
Oh my God.
Beautiful, but you know, you didn't know she's like this. So there has to be that right person to play that part. I can't even
That's
begin
so
to tell you.
exciting.
It's like the best, and you know, and Whoopi's wanted.
What part do you think that I could play?
Well, not her, but I was hoping you'd like help me find that character, and just a few others that are in the part too.
So
Right.
you don't have a part for me in the movie, you just want me like to get you people for the movie?
I think it's like a small part. How do you look naked?
8 p.m. A meeting to package and finance her feature film with Grammy Award-winning music executive and now film producer Cecil Chambers, CEO of Triumphant Entertainment.
If you focus on being an actor, you'll starve to death.
That's true.
If you focus on being a writer, you'll starve to death.
Well, you have to look at it like this. If it's your movie, you have to be the overseer of hiring the right crew, the right director, making sure you have the right tax incentive, all those things. Who else is going to do it?
Exactly. So you got to produce.
You have to produce. And that means wearing 20 hats.
Yeah.
She was born Christian Dolores Melendez in Puerto Plata, Dominican Republic. This is the house where KiKi was raised with her grandmother, Aunt Juana, cousins Winston and Robert, and caretaker Chena.
Esta señora es como mi mamá.
Tú sí puedes decir que fuiste una niña, no una niña cualquiera, no una niña de la calle, no una niña de que pobre, no, tú lo tuviste todo porque tu mamá se fue a los Estados Unidos a trabajar. Y mira, nunca se casó, déjame decirte, no te dio mal ejemplo. Así que tú puedes decir que tienes una mamá de verdad.
KiKi's mother, Matilda Almonte, and her father, Nestor Ramon Melendez, separated when KiKi was just a year old. Her mother emigrated to the U.S., while KiKi remained behind.
After my mom moved to New York, and for the first 6 years of my life, I lived between two families. One was extremely rich, and the other one was extremely poor.
I think that's why KiKi is so mixed up. She doesn't know if she's poor or rich, but she likes to spend a lot of money shopping.
One part of my family was a bit resentful toward my father. So they always, you know, kind of spoke about him not seeing me and not taking care of me and not being around for me. And so for many, many years, I resented my father. I thought he had abandoned me and I thought he didn't care for me. And it wasn't until recently when I went back to my country to visit Chena, who was like a mother to me, that I found out that that was not the truth.
A ti fue que yo salí. No, a tu papá. Que ella, mira, de cualquier cosa ella hacía un cuento. A tu papá fue que saliste. Yo digo ahora, no, mira que ella hace comedia y todo. Digo, fue a papá. Porque que ese hombre era simpático así, mucho risa y risa y risa y risa. Él sacaba los cuentos, yo creo que él los sacaba, Ya yo pensaba, digo yo, él los saca los cuentos. Sí, fue a tu papá que saliste.
Chena told me that my father used to come and visit me all the time. And he used to entertain everyone. And he would sit in the porch of the house and tell jokes all night. I must have been a little kid watching him basically do stand-up. and I had no idea. I mean, I get goosebumps thinking about the fact that maybe that's where I got it from. I joined my mother when I was only 6 years old in New York City.
Matilda was very determined that KiKi will have a good education.
KiKi's mom is an inspiration. She worked 2 jobs just in order to get her through private school in Manhattan, which That's not easy.
I learned courage and risk-taking from my mother. I remember the other day we were driving through the gates of Bel Air. I was taking her to the hospital because she got unexpectedly ill. And, you know, I just looked at her and I said, Mom, I'm so grateful for what you did. You sacrificed your life to give me a better life. So many times we forget where we come from. And look at where we are today. And it's all because of you. And she was so proud, and I couldn't tell if she was proud of me or proud of herself. But she looked at me and she said, I just didn't want you to grow up the daughter of a maid. La mamá de Kiki es extraordinaria.
Kiki's mom just loved anybody that spoke Spanish to her. So I was like, hola, señora Matilda, ¿cómo está? And that was kind of it. She's like, hola, ¿cómo está, Jacob? And loved it. And she had no clue that I didn't even speak Spanish that well.
Kiki's mom is warm. She treats you like you're a child, even if you're not. You know, she's always wants to please everybody that comes into your house.
Very gracious, tall, very giving, reminded me of my mother and some of my aunts that were just enveloping you.
The first time I met her, I'm like, hola señora, me llamo Mohammed. She's like, ¿qué? ¿Cómo? I said, Mohammed. She goes, Obama? I said, no, Mohammed. She goes, Obama? So till this day, after all these years, she actually really thinks I'm the President of the United States. So I go with it.
Obama, ya está la comida. Kiki, dile a Obama que ya está la comida.
I gotta go.
Latino Hollywood would not be Latino Hollywood without Matilde.
And if you don't care who you come from, fancy schmancy, you're gonna sit down and eat, right?
Every time you go over there, she feeds everybody. And you're like, oh, no, I'm not hungry. And bam, it's Oros con pollo right in front of you. And you're like, oh my God, I'm going for seconds and thirds. I attribute 5 to 10 pounds of weight gain to Kiki's mom.
You can just say, Kiki, can I come over and just eat? And she'll say, I'm not home, but my mom is, and you come in and there is a plate of food waiting for you.
Matilde was always cooking for celebrities. But when she wasn't cooking for celebrities, the celebrity was cooking for her. One day she says, come on, let's go to a barbecue. And guess who was there doing the barbecue? Guy Eke, my favorite. I loved it. KiKi Melendez.
The first thing I did when I decided to get into acting is I wanted to know if I even had any talent. So I tried out for the best schools in New York City, and I went to Lee Strasberg, and I kind of got a really good response right away.
When she was doing her monologue, Sophia Loren was coming into the school to get a tour of the school with her son. She went over to Kiki after her performance, and she says to her, you remind me of a young Sophia Loren. Kiki, whenever she's been thinking of giving up and not continuing, that's what keeps her going. She remembers that day.
It was this classical training that helped her conquer the stage years later in LA with the historical play Madres y Heroínas.
I needed somebody to introduce the play that we did, which was called Madres y Heroínas. But when I first came to Kiki, I came to Kiki for help. I needed her name. I needed KiKi Melendez to be a part of it. That way she could help me. Then all of a sudden, she can act. Oh my God. Very hard to go from stand-up comedian like Kiki to go to a dramatic role.
Now, I know Kiki to be a comedian, so it was shocking to me that she would accept a role as dramatic as the role was, but I'm telling you, she reached down into her roots and did an incredible, unbelievable job, which made me feel that as a dramatic actor, myself, I could do comedy. So she really inspired me that night.
En toda parte del mundo, Guatemala y en México, donde el abuso de la mujer campesina e indígena es constante.
Madres y Heroínas was fascinating for the respect that it was on Dominicans, and this is LA. And if we were in New York, it would make sense, but it was LA, so it was kind of fascinating that it was happening in the first place. I was super impressed with Kiki's performance. I mean, she was passionate, her presence was super strong, and I could see her playing in even a larger venue, you know, off Broadway.
And it was actually the very first historical Dominican play in Los Angeles, and we had standing ovations.
Que viva Florinda Soriano. Que viva Mamá Tingo.
While she was still in New York pursuing acting, KiKi found comedy by accident. She lived around the corner from the comic strip, and her friend, veteran comic Joey Vega, persuaded her to give it a try.
And I said, well, why don't you try stand-up? It's a way of getting into acting. It's a way of getting into a lot of avenues in the show business. And she did. So I'm responsible, yet again, for another success in Hollywood. Chris Rock, Adam Sandler, Ray Romano, KiKi Melendez. Come on. I'm the wizard. I'm the wizard of Hollywood. But yet, I'm here doing an interview for KiKi's film. You go figure.
I would just constantly, do shows all over New York. I'd, force all my friends in New York to show up. I would pack the house.
KiKi's very first acting job was on the set of Miami Vice in Florida. It was this experience that inspired her to go forward with her dreams of acting.
I left New York because the truth is that there isn't that many opportunities in film and television, and I knew that I had to come to Los Angeles.
KiKi soon became one of the first and only Latinas on morning radio.
When I was given the opportunity to program a new radio station in Los Angeles, I knew that that town was hungry for a Latin crossover format, and I needed a secret weapon. I found KiKi Melendez, and I put her on the mornings, and the rest is history. She was the first Latina female lead in a general market radio station.
KiKi Melendez! How are you?
Then she was discovered and created the first bilingual TV show in America, KiKi Desde Hollywood.
The entertainment capital of the world, Hollywood.
She was just very funny, very personable, made you laugh. I mean, she was great.
No lo puedo creer. Estoy con John Travolta. I'm with John Travolta. Do you know that other Latina women just loved you from the day they saw you dancing on Saturday Night Fever?
Well, thank you very much.
And you dance the best. But I wanted to ask you, have you ever thought of doing a salsa dance with me?
Salsa dance is nice.
Do you like it?
I love Latin dancing.
KiKi Desde Hollywood was a show I did with KiKi where I executive produced with KiKi and Paul Block, and it was an amazing experience. And the budgets we got for Galevisión were like, they thought we were doing Titanic. I mean, they were just, how can we spend this much?
Now, how did you feel about Jack Nicholson? My God, I just remembered.
He's such a pervert. I love him.
Lupe, thank you for sleeping over with me on KiKi Desde
You're
Hollywood.
don't tell anybody ever that I slept with you.
I'm single.
I'm just the only one in your life right now?
Right now, honey. No, seriously.
This very minute.
I'm not kidding.
Yo soy la única que está en la vida de Marc Anthony.
Congratulations. I really want to congratulate you. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
You deserve it. Just good luck and just God bless, and you can always count on me.
Mario, se me da, por favor, Mario, you can't leave yet. ¿Cómo te vas, Mario? How could you leave without being on KiKi Desde Hollywood?
No, I don't know. KiKi Desde Hollywood. I love KiKi. It's the only reason I'm stopping is because I'm stopping to talk to KiKi because I love KiKi Desde Hollywood, and KiKi's a personal friend. So that's the only reason. Other than that, I'd be out the door.
Right?
Out the door.
¿Cómo te inspiras para esa música tan chévere?
Bueno, ¿cómo me inspiro? En mi vida, en lo que me pasa, en mis pensamientos, en mis preocupaciones, mis interrogantes.
She's bilingual, and we were all bilingual, and she reflected that in KiKi Desde Hollywood.
I'm 100% Spanglish, and this show comes out of nowhere, KiKi Desde Hollywood, and it was the first time that I could connect with somebody. I mean, I would get together with my girlfriends, we would all sit there, and we would all try to imitate her, but because I'm the most fabulous and I look the most like KiKi, ya tú sabes, I was all over that. My name is KiKi, traigo sabor. Quiero que baile, quiero que goce, I want you all to lose control! Hey!
KiKi Melendez had the cojones to ask the king of American television, Aaron Spelling.
¿Por qué no hay una Latina on Melrose Place? Why don't you have a Latina on Melrose Place?
We have had them as recurring characters. They come in for some episodes. We haven't had a lead yet, but we will.
You know something, Aaron? It's so funny because in New York, when I was in Fox, yo decía, I want to be the Latina on Melrose. And they used to say, there goes the neighborhood.
A few months later, to everyone's shock and surprise, a casting call went out for just that, the first Latina on Melrose Place. And 2 weeks after that, the show was canceled.
Efectivamente, doctora, todo empezó hace unos 18 años cuando mi mamá me dijo, hey, stop clowning around.
We are on the set of the movie The Wash. It's a comedy starring Dr. Dre. Do you feel a big responsibility when you're writing your songs and your lyrics?
No, only feel responsible for making a good song.
Do you think I could learn how to rap since I can't even sing in the shower?
Oh, definitely.
Hablas inglés, right? You speak English. Yes. She's one of the hottest stars on Univision. And have you thought of going to Hollywood and making it in the big screen?
I've thought about it, pero la verdad es que he estado muy ocupada viajando con fuera de serie. Ahora que tengo más tiempo para mí, porque espero hacer un programa en Univision, pero que no tenga que viajar tanto, creo que voy a poder hacer más cositas.
KiKi desde Hollywood was truly magical. Es un programa donde aparecieron more than 100 celebridades. Thank you so much.
Adios. Hey, KiKi, this is Jimmy SMITS. Rock it, rock it, rock it like we know you can.
Now, you are playing the mayor.
The mayor.
So that's a positive Latino role.
Yes, but he's a corrupt mayor, but he's positively corrupt.
Isn't that redundant? Latino, corrupt, politician.
KiKi Desde Hollywood was, you know, a pioneer show. We knew about that, and when you wanted to come out to Mexico to interview us, we was like, great, we would gladly do it. Estela, my wife, was just reminding me that we did the interview out on a tree that fell over in the back of our house.
And they were like, oh, it was like birds. You were teaching me about all your birds.
Oh, we had a lot of birds. Yeah.
And I was in your backyard, and I was like, oh my God. And when I saw Estela, I'm like, oh, what did she have to be here for? I had my plan.
Hey, we weren't married yet. You could have made your move.
It's so funny. Last time I saw her, we're outside of our friend's home in a very nice area of town, and all of a sudden some spaceship-looking like car rolls up, and I'm thinking, whoa. Down comes the window, and it's Jay Leno going, hey, KiKi, what's going on? How you doing? And I'm like, hey, hi, are you guys friends? He goes, I haven't seen him in years, but he remembered my name.
I remember my wife telling me how popular Desde KiKi Hollywood was. That was a great show, KiKi. That was a great show, and nobody could ever take that away from you.
You thought it was a porn movie, didn't you?
I did. Desde Hollywood. It sounds like KiKi doing Hollywood. Anytime you put doing something in something, it's normally sexual.
Have you ever heard of a Dominican on BBC?
Live to LA, and our showbiz correspondent, KiKi Melendez. KiKi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Excellent.
How you doing, Joe?
You look fantastic, KiKi.
Before long, she walked into the offices of Peter Engel, the veteran TV producer of such hits as Saved by the Bell, and most recently, Last Comic Standing. The veteran producer saw KiKi as the Latina Oprah.
When I discovered KiKi Melendez in 2000, I was sitting around my gang, and I said, it's time for Latina Oprah. And I'm not talking about a Spanish show. I'm talking about someone who brings the culture together, because we are all the same, essentially. We all want the same dreams and aspirations and hopes, and we all have the same fears. And I said, come back to me with someone. And a week later, they said, KiKi Melendez. I said, anyone call me KiKi Melendez, I want. Get her in here.
But KiKi got stuck in development hell, and that's when she decided to create her own opportunities.
So what do you think?
Oh my God, KiKi, I can't get enough of My Mother Married a Gringo. This is amazing. I love it. So many, great ideas, so many scripts. What's happening?
Nothing. You know why? Because it's easier to win the lotto in this town than to get a show on network television.
Is that right?
Oh, I'm serious. I mean, I need money. I need money to develop these things, to do sizzle reels.
Oh my God, KiKi, I have a great idea.
What?
I have a client at the bank, and he's always asking me to find him new businesses, new things to invest.
Yes. Would he be interested?
I don't know. I can give him a call. I can set up a meeting. If he's interested, we'll go meet with him.
Oh my God, that would be great.
Yes.
It pays off to have a friend that's a banker. I love it. Thank you so much.
Let's do it. Let's try it.
Yes, I know. You already told me 10,000 times, okay?
All right. Rabbi Goldstein, it's so great to see you. Thanks for meeting with us. This is my great friend, KiKi Melendez from Hollywood Latin Films.
Latin Hollywood Films?
Yes, Latin Hollywood Films.
So nice to meet you. Thank you so much for meeting us.
Oh, please, have a seat.
So, this is what I was going to tell you. I am so excited that you gave us the time of day because I know how busy you are, Rabbi.
Excuse me, KiKi, Rabbi, I have a phone call. I'll be right back, okay?
Please, please. So,
hurry.
KiKi, right?
Yes.
KiKi, I read your proposal. Tell me a little bit more about
Hollywood Latin films?
Latin Hollywood films, Rabbi. You're so funny. Well, this is the thing. When I first came to Hollywood, I realized that we needed a company that creates work of art for Latinos in America, but that everybody can enjoy. Like Cinema de Paradiso. It's an Italian movie in Italian, but everybody loved it. And it even won an Oscar. You know why, Rabbi? Because it has passion. Do you like passionate movies?
I don't own a television set, and I have 9 kids. I have 9 kids, and I don't even let them go to the movies.
You are so funny. That is so funny.
No, I am serious. I am serious. The media is destroying the youth of America.
This is why you need to invest in a company like me, because I want to make a difference by creating work of art that inspires people. Because Latinos are emotional. Latinos have strength. Latinos have passion. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kiki, stop. You need to stop. Let go. In the Jewish culture, when you touch the opposite gender, it's a sign of sexual act.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, Kiki, please.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Rabbi. Friends forever, no matter what. High five.
Oy.
Go,
my bad.
Kiki, go.
Are
Rabbi,
you
I'm so
kidding
sorry.
me? This
I'm
woman
so
touched me
embarrassed.
here. I'm embarrassed.
No,
I am
no,
the
I
one
saw
embarrassed.
that.
I am ashamed. This is blasphemous. This is not supposed to be one of those things.
I couldn't believe it.
What do you want? Oh, this? Here, this is for you.
Oh my God. Oh, I messed up.
Kiki, stop! Kiki, stop!
I don't want to hear it. I
oh
know,
my God!
I'm sorry.
I'm in shock.
I know. I let you
can't
down.
believe
I didn't
this.
mean to. I really didn't.
You need to learn to do business with a rabbi.
Oh, what's the point?
Unbelievable, Kiki.
I'm sorry.
Because he said yes. He's going to fight us your company.
What are you talking
about? Yes. It's something about passion. I don't know.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. Wait, can I?
Yes.
And this, my friends, is how Latin Hollywood Films was born.
I realized that I had to prove to this town that I was talented. And the only way to do it was to create an opportunity for myself. But at the same time, I also noticed there were very few launching pads for female comedians. And not just Latin, but of all races.
It's easier for men in comedy, even if you're a black man or a white man or an Asian man, to make it in comedy faster than a Latino woman. Why? Because we have a That's the main fact.
There's always a stigma of female comedians of, oh, you're not funny. So think about it this way. I'm a female comedian and I'm ethnic. And this is after 9/11. So people are looking at me and like, okay, is she gonna bomb on stage?
Women don't really get their fair share or the fair shot of actually trying to be funny because people really don't see women as being funny. And the women that are funny, they don't really, I mean, I hate to say this, but they're not really seen as women.
Most male comics don't think female comics are funny. So even though there's camaraderie among comedians, the girls know that a little bit. They always have to prove themselves a little bit more. Before, they almost like they weren't taken seriously. You couldn't be pretty and do comedy. But I feel like KiKi and Eva both proved that wrong when they were doing the tamale shows here. Because they're both attractive women, but they're up there being funny.
So when I started stand-up in college, I was a biology major because, of course, like every other Persian, Iranian little girl, my parents wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer. And I told my mom I did stand-up, and she's like, you're telling jokes? Are you a clown? No good lady does jokes. And I'm like, trust me, I want to make a living out of this. This is what I want to do. So I get up on stage, and Mom was like, this is a nice hobby. When is medical school? This is a nice hobby. So she started coming to my shows and judging me. Wouldn't say a word and sit there and watch me. And finally she's like, don't do any more jokes about me. It's not good. You're a nice lady. Don't make fun of me. I'm like, okay, fine. And then 9/11 hits, and all of a sudden my mom's like, Nadine, we cannot be Iranians anymore because they're blaming us. We are Mexicans. So overnight, my last name changed from Rajabi to Rodriguez. Hola.
So I decided, hey, I'm gonna unite all races through laughter. The club owners thought I was crazy.
I was in our offices for Latin Heat in Burbank, California, and in walks this windstorm of a personality, KiKi Melendez, and EVA Longoria, who at that point was just in town, just arrived into town, and they were doing this project called Hot Tamales Live. and they wanted help. They wanted promotion, and they told me all about it, and I'm like, of course.
It feels good, especially when you're an actress. Like Kiki's an actress first and foremost. I'm an actress first and foremost. So it feels really good to do something behind the scenes and to create your own avenue to success.
KiKi says the greatest night of her career thus far was the premiere of her first English language project launched by the prestigious Showtime television.
It's not because I'm speaking publicly, but my non-streak bronzer is starting to streak. On behalf of Showtime Networks, I'd like to welcome all of you to the world premiere of KiKi Melendez's Hot Tamales Live.
Oh my God, there's a lot of people. Thank you so much for coming out tonight. KiKi started this dream about 20 years ago. She was the first person I met here in LA, and the minute she walks into a room, as you know, she just lights it up with her personality, and you just immediately gravitate toward her energy. And she took me under her wing. I had no money. I had no car, nothing. I slept on her couch, and she's really resentful now that
70 shows later for Showtime, you know, one of the shows that stands out in my mind is KiKi Melendez's Hot Tamales. It was a great experience. You know, KiKi, she's, they say that some people are crazy, but crazy in a good way. And, you know, I kind of came to the conclusion one day that there's a difference between being crazy and being eccentric. And the difference is money.
It was magical. It was so exciting. I mean, there wasn't one empty seat in the house. It was better than an orgasm. I hope my husband didn't hear me. Anyway, I was kicked out of my own premiere. There was nowhere to sit.
Finally, KiKi was the one person that was able to recognize like my talent and, you know, my friend Amy and my friend Kira and all these people, and said, listen, you guys are underrepresented. We have to be on television. And KiKi gave me my first stand-up show on television on Showtime. And when I first started the Tamales, I was a total virgin, and KiKi loved it. So she would always introduce me on stage. Welcome to the stage, our Persian tamale. She's a virgin, everybody. Nadine Rajabi. And I'd be like, ha, I'm a virgin. 2 years later, I lose my virginity, and I go up to KiKi, and I go, KiKi, guess what? I'm not a virgin anymore. Don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone. But I'm not a virgin. It was so awesome. So, lo and behold, you can't tell KiKi anything. She gets up on stage, and welcome to the stage, our Persian tamale. And she just told me backstage, everybody, she's not a virgin anymore. So I come out on stage, and I was like, hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Surprise. It's comedy, right? No. I mean, yeah, that happened, but.
Hot Tamales Live on Showtime was such a success. And my mother used to love going to my shows. I remember one time we were watching a show and we were packed that day, and she was sitting in the front, and Joy Vega was on stage.
So we're doing the show, and I'm there and I'm asking the audience questions, and I go, how many people here like sex? Come on, raise your hand if you want to have sex with me, just to throw them all. And all of a sudden I hear, me, from the back. And this woman's jumping up and down, me. And I look and I see it's KiKi's mom. She didn't speak a word of English, but she thought I said, how many people like me?
She thought he was saying, who likes me? Who likes my jokes? So I was like, she's having so much fun. I should create Hot Tamales en Español.
When KiKi first came to me with this idea of Spanish stand-up comedy, I immediately Googled it because there is no such name in Spanish for comedy in Español. And she said, I know, I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna call it Comedia en Vivo. Brilliant.
Being in Los Angeles, being in America, the Latino community, its impact on the entire entertainment industry, it's important to be open to find different ways to bring these communities in. Hot Tamales sounded like a great idea, but the thing with KiKi is there's much more than that.
The first person I came to when I wanted to do Hot Tamales en Español was you. I was like, please, guy, help me. What do you think? Should I do it?
I've always thought it was an incredible idea. I know what a go-getter you are, and so I thought if KiKi's got her hands in this, it's going to work.
What did you think when I told you? I'm like, Monique, we got to do Spanish language stand-up. What was the first thing on your head?
I thought at least we're not naked.
Because Kiki always has to pick super difficult things and then go, hey, do you think we can do this? And I go, sure, why not?
It is in Spanish. We don't have that.
The Latino comedy is much richer, more delicious.
Our people don't speak Spanish or English well. I mean, who's gonna understand? You know?
My idea of Spanish comedy was watching like Sábado Gigante with my dad, you know, and it really wasn't about the comedy. It's all about watching girls in bikinis. They're always like selling some kind of product. Pan Bimbo.
The Latin comedians in Latin America, they're still kind of behind, and I don't say that in a bad way. It's just they're still doing like vaudeville stuff. There's always a gay guy in the joke, and a drunk guy in the joke, and a little boy in the joke. You know, it's always ay, Pepito, es que Pepito viene para acá. Oh, pero yo no sé que viene Pepito. Ay, Pepito viene. Here in America, the Latino comedian, we have a lot to say. We talk about political issues. We talk about home life.
I was really worried about doing comedy in Spanish because, do Mexicans and Cubans, do they really laugh at themselves?
Laughing at oneself is one of the strongest ways of becoming whole, and not taking oneself so seriously that one cannot smile and laugh is really, really dangerous. Laughter is the key to good health. The more you laugh, the healthier you get. And people don't really understand that. But it throws off enzymes inside of your body that actually are very productive, very healthy.
Sometimes we bring actors from South America, from Mexico, from other countries, but we have the Latino here already. So she's working, she's helping to get these actors recognized here in the States because they are from here, they live here.
We want to see Mexican American, Cuban American, Salvadorian American, Latino American. We don't want to see, oh, this actor, he was awesome in Mexico, but now he's in America. That guy, we don't want to see him.
There's a lot of Latinos that live in the United States, in California, Miami, New York, whatever. So yo sí creo de que pueda funcionar, y sobre todo yo creo que la que puede lanzar eso bien grande, bien hacia arriba va a ser Kiki.
The thing is, Latinos here in the United States have a different experience. They have a different life experience. And comedy can tell that just as well as anything else in life. And so there are great comedians and great comedy about our experiences here in the United States.
Tengo muchísimos años como actriz en Hollywood, luchando para tener más y mejores imágenes de los latinos. Y yo creo que este es un gran paso.
Do I think that comedy in Espanol will work in the United States of America? Of course, because there's so many people who speak Spanish here. But I think that the bilingual comedian will even work even more because they'll be able to relate to both sides of the language.
Spanish language stand-up circuit, that's a big challenge. I mean, you have Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, Colombians, Dominicans, US Latinos. That's a big challenge.
I can see it opening at the Grand Ole Opry. I could see all the cowboy, Espanol, second language schools popping up all over the comedy circuit. Yo puedo hablar mucho español. ¿Quién tú crees que tú hablas? Yo tenía una novia en México. Bueno, los españoles que hablamos de Inglaterra son muy, ¿cómo se dicen? Jodedores. Oye, los cubanos, sí, eso es una cosa, porque los cubanos hablan como tienen las pelotas tan grandes, ¿me entiendes? Que les jala la voz. Por el dominicano, tigre, no empiece con esa cosa, con esa vaina, porque esa vaina no va a funcionar aquí. Mira, ¿qué mierda es eso? Tú sabes que el jufo, aquí el jufo y el zafacón. Pues no mames, güey, no manches. Pues a mí no me caen los ganchos que me tiras. Colombiano. Muy bacanos los colombianos que hablan en el español tan lindo. Ay, pero son unas personas muy lindas y bueno, esa es otra cosa, los colombianos. Pero y los argentinos, che, sentate, tomamos un vinito, nos comemos una parrillada, sentate, encontrate una minita, invítala a comer. No sea boludo, che.
Kiki's goal with this new idea was to unite Latin-speaking countries through comedy. She tested the idea in Florida and enjoyed great success with the press and the audience.
What a beautiful crowd tremenda mansión in Coral Gables, a diamond Rolex, and in 1989 when I left, I had a 2010 Mercedes, okay? For this shit. Turning 29 is a bitch. I am a gay man stuck in Kiki's body. Y la hija de puta cabrona no quería ir al gimnasio. So now, you know, I got married to a Scottish bloke, like I told you before. Imagínate el chisme. The gas when he walked into the wedding with a skirt. Pero Dios mío, we spent so much money on her education. How could she marry maricón? Imagínate que el tipo para San Valentín, right? You all had, you know, all you Miami girls probably had diamonds and all that bullshit, you know. El tipo me mandó una foto de una docena de rosas. He sent me a picture of 1,000 roses. You know what I did? I waited for his birthday and I sent him a picture of a blowjob.
You know what inspires me? That Latinos in the US have the buying power in the billions. Yet, we're only 1% on general market television. But it's not the general market's fault. They feel we have so many Spanish language channels, they don't have to worry about us. But all our Spanish language channels buy 90% of their programming from Mexico, Venezuela, and all of Latin America. So nos quedamos sin pito y sin flauta. Yet, we consume all the products.
There's great programming on Spanish network. Ask my mom, she'll tell you. But my mom will also tell you, and this is my mom, okay, talking. How come they never do a show in Spanish that was made here in America?
The Latinos here in America don't get the opportunity to show what they can do, to show their talents. And we have an incredible amount of talent that's Latino based and Latino, but it all comes from South America, Mexico, because it's cheaply produced.
We watch more films than anybody else. We watch up to 7 films a year, which is about 2 to 3 films more than anybody else. We consume more television hours than anybody else, more cell phone applications than anybody else. So we're a very sizable consumption group that every advertiser wants.
For the last 20 years, I've owned a very successful business, and 80% of my clientele are Latinos in America.
A los 11 años de edad, crucé la frontera, usé un coyote, empecé a trabajar, me he enfocado a la comunidad hispana. Tequila Azul Imperial es mi orgullo, y los hispanos son los que más la consumen y me apoyan.
I've been designing accessories and fashion for more than 20 years, selling to stores all over the world, from New York City, Dubai, London, Hong Kong, Paris. But one of the most important markets for me right now is the Latin market. Latinas take pride in what they wear. They love to get dressed up, do their hair, their makeup, wear beautiful clothing, lots of bright colors, lots of sparkle. And that's why I created the platform Red Carpet Rumba, so I could bring concepts of fashion, style, trends to all the Latinas, showing them how they can embrace Hollywood and get that same look the stars have.
I think it's about time that the US Latinos who've been supporting both the Hispanic and general market media by spending, consuming, and supporting the programming have a chance to give their side of the story.
We're never going to get Hollywood to do the story that we want because we know how we want to do it, and sometimes when they do our stories anyway, they don't get it right.
And all you have to do is look at Argo. Perfect example. It won the Best Picture of the Year, one of the greatest stories of a CIA agent ever. And nobody even knows that it was Tony Melendez, and that the guy was Mexican-American and was born and raised on the border of El Paso.
I think it's important that the young generation, young Hollywood up-and-comers really start to write our stories because there's more to us than what people see.
The only way that we're going to be able to see films that are true to our culture is for us to do them ourselves. And we need more writers, people behind the camera. We need more executives.
We need actually more Latino Americans, writers, producers, directors, people with money.
Nobody's going to open the door for you. The thing I got to say to Latinos, stop complaining. I mean, here's the thing. If you just do it, figure out a way. That's how everybody else is doing it. Just figure out a way to do it.
The only people that don't make it in Hollywood, whether you be Latino or not Latino, are the people who quit.
Do you see a big difference in the black culture and the Latino culture?
Well, the biggest thing that we have in common is we're being shut out of Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest thing that we have in common. Is it's just like, you know, we get one show on television, we get one somebody, and we're just like, oh, thank God. I mean, you know.
And if the show doesn't work, it's like, it's over. Right. Like if they put a Latino show and it bombs, we're dead.
You're right. The whole race is riding on that show, right? We gave you a chance, you begged for a show, we gave it to you, and you blew it.
The casting people from Muscle on the Hudson, they saw the picture and they're like, oh, she looks like what we're looking for, which was an Italian girl. And then that's how I, you know, I went, I did the audition, you know, I arrived at the, you know, speaking like Italiana, because they talk like this, you know. So, you know, anyway, that's how it happened. And then things after that, I don't know, I got roles that were not written for Latinas or that were written for Latinas, you know, but the great thing was that I was able to open a door there for us to do more things than just what, you know, Latinas.
I wish I had an opinion in that matter. I don't really have a strong opinion about Latinos in Hollywood. You can put a sign here that's like terrible Latina, and I feel like I'm an artist, so I see myself as an artist.
When you deal with Latinos, we are in the box of the 4 H's of Hispanic Hollywood. And that is like you're either overly too hostile, what you looking at, sucker, I'll cut you. Too humble. We are a poor people, senor. Mr. Gringo, please help him to us. We don't want no problems. We don't want no trouble. Or too hysterical, Lucy! And then the last one, of course, everybody knows, is we are overly hormonal. Ay, Kiki, I have to have you. Come with me to the Casbah.
The last great beige hope, the last crossed over talent was Freddie Prinze.
Yeah.
Chico and the Man. I can't think of anybody since him that had that mass appeal. We have not had a great beige hope in 3 decades. Not in the 80s, not in the 90s, and not in the early 2000s. That's kind of sad.
So it's just you and me, kid.
Let's do this.
I remember my first headshots, I had a bandana, you know? Because that's, I guess, the roles that were available for kids my age. I was 12, so it's always like the street kid, the street thug.
When you speak with Spanish accent in English, automatically you lose 20 IQ points. It is like you are a stupid idiot. But if you talk in English, you can be the biggest rogue in the world. As a matter of fact, you can actually be quite criminal and steal everyone's money, and they'll thank you for it. And they go, oh, will you come back again? I love your accent.
Any race has to sort of overcome those stereotypes that people pigeonhole them in. And I'm the total opposite. I mean, you look Latina. I don't.
Right.
Even, I remember I did a commercial for, I won't name the brand, but I put a mustache and made my hair black because I needed to look Latino. And then still everybody's going, you look weird. You don't look Latino.
If we show the Latinos that are well educated, that have class, that are doctors, that are architects, you know, all that, and then you show a whore or a drug addict or a maid, that's fine. But we have to show everything that we are.
This is a true story. They asked a bunch of kids to go dress up like señores y señoras, like gentlemen and ladies, Latino. The next day, all the kids showed up, I swear to God. They were dressed like cholos. They were dressed like gardeners. Some of them show up pregnant. And you know why? Because that's how we were portrayed on TV.
In Vietnam, a Puerto Rican soldier was the most highly decorated soldier, like 38 massive medals. But why don't we ever hear about that? You know, how come when it comes time to make their movies, they're called Rambo and somebody like a Stallone or a Schwarzenegger is cast as that? We have heroes, except we can't play our own heroes. We can play our own zeros, but not our own heroes. And that's a problem.
It's very important because you have to show the contributions of all cultures in this country, and we don't do that. If we keep on making culture not necessary to identify and to augment, then we're going to lose a lot of the self-esteem, self-respect, and self-worth that people get from seeing themselves represented.
Before you come to Hollywood, my piece of advice is you better save your money so you can buy a good pair of TNAs, because that's what's going to get you into the business. I don't know that it's going to keep you there, but at least if you could say your name halfway decent, then you're in.
KiKi is the only woman we know that looked like this before and looks like this after.
I'm so excited. Today I'm gonna meet with a Hollywood image consultant. She's gonna teach me how to make KiKi a brand. Hi, how are you?
Hello.
I'm KiKi. Nice to meet you. I'm
Nice
so
to
excited
meet
you're
you.
here.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, this is chicharrón.
Pork rinds.
So tell me, how do I get all that free designer gowns, you know, like the ones that the celebrity wears in the red carpet? You know, free rags.
Actually, we need to get you to the point where designers want you to wear their clothes.
Well, I thought we were at that point.
No, we got a long way to go. We need to work on your body. You need lipo, like maybe a lot of lipo. And we need to make your lips more plump, like a baby's bottom.
There's nothing wrong with my lips. They used to call me Bubba Lips in high school.
We need you to go blonde.
No, no, no. Yo no voy a ser una de esas dominicanas que se tiña rubia. No, 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 eso no es para mí.
If Shakira can do it and Beyonce can do it, KiKi can go blonde.
Jesus, this is a lot more difficult than I thought. All I want is free rags.
Do you have a mirror? Come on, I want to show you something.
Here, there's a mirror here.
Okay, now lift your chin, pull your eyes, plump your lips. That's the lunchtime lift. A work of art.
I look just like an A-list celebrity. I want.
I can do the whole thing for 100,000.
I'm a comedian. I don't have that kind of money.
Oops, Gaga's calling, gotta go.
I gotta get $100,000. John! My friends all told me that in 1.5 seconds you become an instant mega celebrity on YouTube. You can get millions of hits. You can make money. Maybe I can get the money I need for my surgery. I gotta try something.
KiKi has tried everything. This is her little stunt on YouTube.
Please help me. You haven't seen him?
She went on a trip back to her country to look for the Dominican Obama.
It's Obama! Oh. It's Obama! Drive! Go! Drive! Finally, I think I'm gonna make my movie. I got 2 huge companies that are both giving me 80%. So now I'm gonna go to visit one of my dear friends who's a top Hollywood producer, because all I need is 20%.
KiKi, ¿cómo estás, mija?
Oh my God, I'm so done. That's traffic.
I know. I love your hair.
Thank you. I got the 2-color thing going.
I can't believe it. I'm old school. I love that beauty mark.
Girl, that's not a beauty mark. That's a pimple.
Come on in. We're waiting for you at the meeting.
Yeah, and we'll come on over tomorrow and set it up. All right, terrific. Sounds like we're gonna have a deal. We'll see you then. All right, take care. Bye-bye.
How you doing, Richard?
KiKi, how are you? You look beautiful. You look great. Doesn't she look great?
Listen, thank you for seeing me because I know how busy you guys are. Did you get my email?
Did we get the email?
Yeah, we got the email.
Yeah, we got the email.
You know, with the script, Chase, Hope, and Faith. Did you read it?
Faith, Chase,
Yes,
of course we got it.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
cool.
Listen, Kiki, we have some bad news.
Yeah, we got
Are
it.
you guys okay?
Oh, no, we're fine.
Oh my God, thank God.
Yeah, it's...
Your script is
Your script is,
it's bad.
it's terrible.
It's an inspirational story about believing in God. What could possibly be bad about it?
Does it need to be made?
That's the problem. Nobody wants to see an inspirational movie about God.
Anybody that reads the script says it has to be made. You're telling me the total opposite.
Well, honey, they lied to you. Because
Yeah.
it's bad. I mean,
It's terrible. They're not your friends.
I already got the financing, guys. This was a gift. I already got 80%. I wanted to give you an opportunity to be involved. This is like a gift already.
This is a gift. This is a gift for us for the 20% we.
gift.
She's funny. That's how she does it. That's how she does it. She's so
I
funny.
have two real companies, two people that are
She's
for
funny.
real.
You know what? You know what? You know I love you. You know what? That's what your problem is. You believe everybody.
You do.
Everybody.
You do.
I mean, who are these people?
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Who are?
Let me know who these people
We'll
are.
check them out because
With
we
the
love
80%.
you. He'll check them out.
I will find out who they are.
Look, it's Larry Swift and George Duke. They are for real.
Okay.
Larry
because
Swift.
we love you, call the rest.
George, this is for you. James, how are you? Richard, yeah. We wanted to check out some financiers.
George Duke.
George Duke and
Swift.
Larry Swift. Yeah. Really? Interesting. So if we shoot our movie in the Caribbean, they'll pay for the whole thing. Really? Could you set up a meeting with us next Friday?
This Friday.
This Friday. Yeah. That would be terrific. All right, I'll see you out on the course. All right, James. All right, bye-bye. Do you think we could shoot our movie in the Caribbean?
Arthur?
Yeah.
I don't know. It takes place in Texas.
Do they have studios in the Caribbean?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Well, if they were going to shoot her shitty film in the Caribbean, they could shoot ours. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
What film are you talking about?
The
The Last Mexican in Texas. Bang.
What the?
Great meeting.
Thank you,
Great
Kiki.
meeting.
Thank you.
Kiki, we love
Thank
you.
you, Kiki.
We
So
love
when
you.
are we going to have that play date?
Do the play date.
Yes.
I love you, kids.
Everybody's trying to cross over. I've crossed over. I've done it. Hot Tamales Live. And now I think it's time to cross back. We need to create Hot Tamales en Español.
We just can't do a state number 2 and thank you. Leave or playback. Give me the mic. Okay?
They always say that Latinos don't help each other, but Hot Tamales Live en Español proved everybody wrong. As soon as I put that idea on the table, everybody came to help me. We were able to do it at the world-famous Comedy Store, a historical night.
The Comedy Store first started in 1972. So then began the period of the Comedy Store, which is still kind of the way we function now. She finds people and then we develop them. I mean, David Letterman was one of her first biggest people. Coming to the early 80s, Jim Carrey, who became a movie star. You get to the late 80s, you got Carlos Mencia, Paul Rodriguez. Then we get into the 90s and Eddie Griffin and Chris Tucker. So that's what the Comedy Store is. It's a comedy club, but it's also a place where people learn their craft.
Mira, un hombre de verdad se pone esto, papá. Mira, me hicieron hasta el pelo esta mañana.
Now, do you want the Brazilian girls first, or we can have Dollar Penny there?
Oh, no. Jackie has to go first.
Okay.
To set up everything.
Okay.
And then the Brazilian dancers.
So Kiki came to us with this idea, and we were like, okay. She wanted to do an all-Spanish show. I don't think it's ever been done here in Los Angeles before. Maybe in isolated parts of it, but not in West Hollywood, presenting to everybody and at the Comedy Store. And I tell you what, once we put it out there and we put the phones are ringing. People want to buy tickets. People are interested.
Ellos van a estar hablando de esto en el 2035. ¿Tú te acuerdas de ese show en el 2075? ¿Te acuerdas?
It's a script.
It's a script. It's a script.
It's a script. It's blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah.
And a little luck.
Really heavy.
It's really beautiful.
You cannot believe how heavy it is.
Quieren echarme polvillo, pero no encuentran para mí.
Mira, manito, pon ese fan, que alguien lo quitó.
Y comedia en stand-up comedy ha sido para los comediantes.
KiKi Melendez.
Yo me imagino que todos aquí se están olvidando de todos sus problemas después de ver esas mujeres con los pompis afuera, ¿no? Este es el problema más grande de América. Yo le pido a Dios que Obama los resuelva. Todos estos hombres en América, lo único que quieren es mujeres. Doble cero, como esas bailarinas brasileras. Unas mujeres que solo lo que tienen son patas de gallina. Ustedes necesitan una mujer como yo con chichos. Chichos. Masa, masa. Una mujer verídica. Una mujer que te puede salvar a ti. Mira, toque ese pie ahí. Eso es 100% cuchifrito. Plátano frito. Ese pie te puede salvar a ti y a tu familia entera. Señores, yo sé lo que están pensando. Ay, Dios mío, KiKi es igualita a Jennifer López. Porque tengo un gran trasero y no sé cantar. Director Errol Falcón flew in from Miami to support the idea. Emmy Award-winning producers and lighting, everybody came together. Even gringos helped us to make it happen. I mean, honestly, it was such a beautiful experience for everybody involved. We had the greatest Cuban, the greatest Mexican, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Venezuelan. Everybody was represented on that stage.
Ramona from Comuna. I love her.
First up is DYANA ORTELLI, a pioneer in bilingual stand-up comedy. She's also one of the greatest actors in Hollywood. She's been on countless movies, Curb Your Enthusiasm. She hates playing the maid.
Mi nombre es DYANA ORTELLI y sí soy actriz en Hollywood y bien mexicana. Pero la raza siempre me dice, oye, ¿cómo que muy mexicana tú y ese apellido de Ortelli? ¿Qué onda? Espérame tantito. La onda es que cuando yo llegué aquí a Hollywood, me llamaba Rosita Gómez. Pero no, hombre, estos güeyes productores aquí en Hollywood me daban puros papeles de sirvientas y prostitutas mexicanas. Sí, señor. You wanna see, señor. Así es que me cambié el nombre a DYANA ORTELLI. Y ahora hago papeles de sirvientas y prostitutas italianas.
Hola, chamo. Aquí te tengo una venezolana, Monique Marvez, from Latin Divas of Comedy on Showtime. La tipa está tan confundida, she can't tell if she's Cuban or Venezuelan. Y siempre me decía, Monique, tú tienes que tener orgullo porque las mujeres latinas nosotros nos vestimos, nos ponemos pintura, para hacer todo nos vestimos. Míranse, preciosas. ¿No? ¿Tú sabes cómo son las americanas, blue jeans, tú sabes, sin sostén, las tetas por aquí abajo. Perdón que lo diga así, ¿no? Un poquito de marihuana aquí atrás en el bolsillo. Nosotros no nos cabe nada en el bolsillo. She went from teaching to being a comic, and everyone can understand that nowadays because I'm sure a comic makes more money than a teacher. Sara Contreras is from Latin Divas on Showtime, and she is a Puerto Rican from New York.
Pero yo estoy loca que se me vayan los hijos, porque cuando se me vayan esos dos hijos, yo lo que voy a hacer es que me voy a desnudar completamente. Voy a quitarme toda la ropa y voy a hacer todo en esa casa como la liberada. Voy a hacer todo desnuda. Me voy a poner los Swiffer pads aquí, así es que voy a limpiar, mira, así. Mira, no vi ese. Quiero prender la luz, mira, con una teta. ¡Pau!
¿Está el cuarto de baño?
¿Cómo?
¿Dónde está el cuarto de baño?
¡Ah, qué lindo!
Learn to say it in Tijuana.
Vamos a repetirlo en el lenguaje de nosotros. ¿Dónde está el cuarto del baño?
Edgar Rivera, a Puerto Rican that has survived the streets of New York brilliantly. His parents still don't take him seriously. They don't think being a comedian is a job. His father's constantly telling him, Edgar, my dream for you is for you to be the super in a building in the Bronx. Eso es lo que quisiera su papá, que fuera un super en un edificio en el Bronx.
Y yo veía esta bodega, ¿verdad? Veía esta bodega porque dentro de la bodega hay dos viejitos que siempre están metiéndose embuste uno al otro. Todo el santo día están en la bodega tirándose embuste. Y antes yo entré a la bodega, ¿verdad? Y escuché que un viejito le dijo al otro, mira, el tío mío le quitaron un ojo, perdió un ojo y le pusieron un ojo de cristal. Y ahora, cada vez que va a Puerto Rico de 30,000 pies, ve la gente como si nada. Y yo dije, wow. En español, wow. Y me quedé ahí porque yo quería oír lo que el otro viejito tenía que decir. Y el otro viejito le dijo, eso no es nada. El tío mío perdió el dedo gordo de la mano. Y ahora le cosieron una teta de vaca. Y es dueño de un coffee shop y cuando la gente quiere café le dice, si quieres leche, le hace así al dedo. Y el otro viejito dijo, mira, eso hay que verlo con el ojo del tío tuyo. Mi gente, mi nombre es Edgar Rivera. Buenas noches,
Otra dominicana, Ludovica, is from Barahona. She used to be a Vegas showgirl, haciendo acrobática, acrobatics, the stuff I try to do in the bedroom, but I break my back. Ludovica's great.
Ay, una cosa antes de que se me olvide. Los coreanos en el público, por favor, dejen de abrir los paquetes en Kmart. Sí, porque es que están culpando a todos los puertorriqueños. Yo tuve que salir en defensa de mi gente puertorriqueña porque es que yo me crié allí. Yo digo, no. Yo quisiera que tú hubieses visto a la señora esta que trabaja allí histérica. Mira esto, mira este revolú. Estos puertorriqueños no tienen vergüenza. Yo le dije, excuse me. Usted está muy equivocada, vieja p***. Sí, mi gente no viene aquí a abrir paquetes, chicas. Ellos cambian los precios de etiqueta.
Buen público, buen todo.
Conrado Bonco, mi cubanito from Miami. He reminds me of the Latino Eddie Murphy. Conrado had to leave Cuba, and his biggest fear is never being able to see his children or his ailing father again.
Yo estaba loco por irme de Cuba y yo nunca había cogido un avión. Imagínate tú, yo cubanito nunca había visto un avión, no lo había cogido. Llego al aeropuerto asustado, porque en Cuba todo el mundo se quiere ir, entonces llego al aeropuerto con mi maletica. Me paro hacia adelante. La mujer que te coge el cuño, que se queda ahí, envidiosa que es, te mira con odio porque sabe que tú te vas. Y te levanta el cuño así. Y tú así sufriendo para que lo baje. Y es la única vez en tu vida que tú quieres tener la misma cara de idiota que tienes en la foto del pasaporte. Hasta que te pone el cuño, ¡tan! Y tú... Y a mí me pasó esto, llegué al aeropuerto, al avión, me entro al avión, nunca había cogido un avión, nunca había viajado en mi vida, pobre negrito. Me monto en mi avión, no, en Cuba no es difícil viajar, es dificilísimo. Y yo me monto en el avión asustado porque yo digo, tú vas a ver que me van a quitar el viaje. Tú vas a ver que me van a joder esto. Y yo cuando me entro en el avión así asustado, veo un cartel que dice, no smoking. Y yo dije, menos mal que vine con una guayabera. Y cuando estoy yo asustado en el medio del avión y me preguntan, cubano orgulloso al fin, viene una mujer con un de esos y me dice, ¿quieres auriculares? Yo le digo, ¿qué es eso? Me dice, audífono. Y yo le digo, ¿para qué es? ¿Para oír? Y dice, déjame acá. Me dice, 10 euros o 11 dólares. Yo le digo, a mí no me hace falta eso. Me pasé todo el viaje botado. no entendía nada porque en los viajes, los aviones grandes, todo es por el audífono, la película por el audífono, la explicación que te dan por el audífono. Yo botado y de repente me entró una paranoia porque se ha parado una hermosa al lado mío y ya empieza a explicar una cosa que todo el mundo oía por los audífonos, pero yo no lo oía. Pero me dio una paranoia porque veo a aquella mujer parada en el medio del avión haciendo esto. Y se fue. Y yo empecé a temblar porque me dio una paranoia porque pensé que ella estaba diciendo, esta mierda se va a caer. Que me lo han dicho los de allí. Y no van a salir ni por aquí ni por allá. No se van a salvar ni los dos votos que hay allí ni aquellos campos que están allá. Pero van a armar un corretaje por aquí. Nada más que me salvaré yo porque se la ñeñeñé al piloto y me dijo lo que había que hacer. Muchas gracias. Gracias. Un consejo antes de terminar. Sonríanse. Sonrían. Y el mundo entero va a sonreír con ustedes.
Mi gente, cubano, boricua y boricua, representando.
The night that we filmed Hot Tamales live in Espanol, it was inspired by my mom, and she never got to see it. I pretty much broke down on stage because she was supposed to be sitting there in the front row, and she died 2 weeks prior to the taping of the first ever Hot Tamales live in Espanol that I had created for her. She never did a sex tape. She never posed for Playboy, and she certainly never got a DUI. But everybody that ever met her, Matilde Almonte, they remember her with greatness. I dedicate my journey to her. I thank her for giving me the courage to carry on her legacy and to give my children a better life. Gracias, Mami.
In March of 2012, KiKi received top honors from Los Angeles' #1 Spanish-language newspaper, La Opinión, as a distinguished woman in arts and culture. Mujeres Destacadas 2012.
KiKi Melendez. KiKi's an award-winning comedian and producer. This young Dominican growing up in New York, she learned firsthand just how hard it was to get into this industry. Comedy, she says, is the glue that brings our Latino culture together. KiKi Melendez.
John, I got it. I had to fight a pendeja for it, but I got it.
Nice work.
It's days like this that it makes it kind of worth it, you know?
Yeah. Well, I gotta say, I'm really proud of you for your award today.
Really?
Yeah, you did good.
Does that mean I can get $100,000 for my plastic surgery?
No.
Will you sign the release?
All right.
The hardest part of being an entertainer is never knowing when your next paycheck is gonna come. So many disappointments and a lot of rejections. But at the end, it's all worth it. For that moment on stage when you're showcasing great talent, telling your stories and feeling the love of the people. As I live on, I will always try to remember what my mother taught me, that true success lies in leaving behind a better world than the one we found, and offering unconditional love to all those we encounter on this journey we call life.